am I doing at 2:28 in the morning? Wow, but this lighting just makes me look amazing. Well, I'm going to Virginia, all 600 miles there and back in a single day to get Stuart, because he was supposed to be here a while ago, but then he had vehicle troubles and his truck is currently being repaired in the shop. Nothing bad, and it'll be fine, but he has to come up here because all of his stuff is up here, and he has to get a job, and school is starting soon, so we had to move and make things happen. And so I am driving down there, and I have to get an early start because I have to beat that New York traffic, which is hellacious. So that's what I'm doing today. It's super early, but I would rather get a really early start and try to beat some of the worst traffic than get up later and be on the road even longer because I'm stuck in traffic. It's a great thing about the Northeast is that traffic is just unbelievable. So I am dressed for comfort, not fashion, but if I look cool, that is an added bonus. Let me know. Alright, I got everything I need. I got water. First order of business is I need to get gas. Second order of business is I need to get coffee. So those are going to be the first two things I do today, and then we're just going to be driving and hopefully getting to Stuart. Say many prayers that we get to Stuart in one piece. Let's do it. So I got gas right off of the interstate. Gotta put my hair up. It's kind of humid, even though it's been chilly the last few days. Today it decides to be humid, I guess. And I got coffee at the Dunkin' inside the gas station. Shout out to Dunkin'. I got a iced dirty chai with almond milk, which really means it has an espresso shot in it, because I need that energy. Let's hope he didn't mess it up, because some people have no business making coffee. Not bad. Not bad. I'll drink it. I have to open that up because my AC compressor is broken, and that's the only way I'm going to have internal air. So why am I doing this? Because Stuart would do the same for me, because he's stranded down in Virginia and he has to come up here so that he can continue his life, because it's the simplest and easiest thing to do. Just kind of a no-brainer. It's gonna be exhausting. That drive is a long one, but I need to stop chattering about it and we just need to get to it. So it's currently 5:14 a.m. So I've been on the road for two hours and 14 minutes, something like that. It's going well. I beat the New York traffic, which was my goal. I'm out of New York. I'm in New Jersey at a rest stop, the Molly Pitcher rest stop. Isn't she the lady that brought water to soldiers during World War II? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I've got Turnpike ahead of me and a long drive, but now it's mainly just interstates, and should be pretty smooth sailing. Fingers crossed. Couple of travel tips if you ever are going through New York or Connecticut or New Jersey. Travel tip number one, if you have to go through those areas, don't. If you can avoid it at all costs, because it's a nightmare. But if you can't avoid it, travel tip number two, if you're going to be going through New York, go to the bathroom before you hit the traffic and the roads through New York City, because they will absolutely punish a full bladder. The roads are terrible. Travel tip number three, if you're going through New York City at any time other than like from 11:30 at night to like 4:30 in the morning, avoid the George Washington Bridge. Take the Tappan Zee, now known as Cuomo whatever. Take the Tappan Zee Bridge. It's just better. There's less traffic, it's less congested, it's not as close to the city comparatively, it's a little bit better. That is my advice. I've definitely done this trip a few times now and become intimately familiar with New York drivers, New York roads, the traffic in New York City. Not a good time if you're not prepared. But I'm going to get back on the road, drive a little bit more. I had to stop and go to the bathroom because coffee and those roads and everything else, had to happen. So anyway, it's so dark, I haven't even bothered taking out my camera to try to film anything because there's nothing to see. The sun doesn't rise for like another hour and a half. So do some more driving, listen to some more podcasts, because you know, that's what I do. And yeah, I'll check in a little bit. Good morning, Delaware. It is 7:01 and I am about halfway to my destination. So I made it to Virginia and I'm taking a little pit stop at this gas station. I got these Belvita little like breakfast wafers, cinnamon and brown sugar. So I haven't had really anything to eat yet. And I'm on the eastern shore about 20 miles or so from the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, which is awesome because that means I only have like an hour left in my drive. And I want to say it's about a little bit after 10 a.m. right now. So leaving early, as uncomfortable as that was the way to go because I'm almost already there and it's not an entire day gone that I've been driving because we still have to drive all the way back. So far, so good. The eastern shore is really pretty, like Delaware, Maryland, and then into Virginia. Really, really gorgeous. It's just a lot of farmland and agriculture, although I've lost track of how many trucks I have seen hauling chickens, like stacked full of cages hauling chickens, because Purdue has like processing plants, factories, like the food Purdue, in Maryland and Virginia, and there's like factory farm after factory farm all along the eastern shore, like, and just it's all chickens. I've been seeing lots of that, smelling it too because it reeks. Not having air conditioning, that's one of the perks. You really get to smell all the nature. But I've just been rolling along with my windows down, you can probably tell, and I only have a little bit left and I'll be getting to Stuart and we get to turn right around and do it all over again, but this time somebody else will be driving for hopefully the majority of it, so it'll be fine.
Your destination is on the right.
You guys ready to go home? How does it feel knowing you're never coming back to Virginia ever again?
Bittersweet would be an understatement. I would say it's a little bit better than Connecticut though, but
Yeah.
you're there, so
Yeah. They're ready to go. All right, you ready?
this thing on?
Yeah, Stuart. Stuart.
Hi.
We're all packed up and ready to go. Looks a little ghetto maybe, but it should get us back to Connecticut. Everything up in here, and then all packed up in here. You ready to go, boys? You ready to go?
Come on. Oh.
You ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready to drive all the way back again.
I did it for you too.
It is kind of funny that everything started with you driving all the way up to Connecticut and back in one day to help me get my truck, and now I'm showing up with my truck to drive down here and back all in one day to help you move to Connecticut with me.
Because I don't have my truck.
It's all come full circle. And away we go. Goodbye, Hampton.
Bye.
Hopefully forever. So we stopped for food and got it to go. We got Taco Bell, and I'm really excited because I've been seeing a lot of the advertisements for Taco Bell's vegetarian stuff. So I haven't had Taco Bell in the longest time. I don't even think I've had it since Gitmo. Well, maybe I might have had it one time when I moved to Connecticut because I wasn't fully plant-based when I first moved there.
Taco Hell.
And anyway, I haven't had it in a long time, and my favorite thing was the Crunch Wrap. And I was able to get the black bean Crunch Wrap, and I just got it without like the queso and stuff and the cheese. I am so excited. This is a big moment for me. I really miss Taco Bell because it's garbage food, and I like garbage food. We're gonna eat, we're gonna drive, and we're gonna hopefully make some pretty good time. So. They're all excited to be out of the truck. But we just stopped to let the dogs get some water and use the bathroom, and we are on for the next little leg of our trip. They're being so good. Proud of them. So we've made it to Delaware, and we stopped just off the road underneath this water tower to let the dogs out and let them stretch their legs. They're being so good. The tired is definitely starting to hit me. I knew that it would, but it's very subtle and it's coming on strong. But it's gonna be okay. This is just the only way that we could think of that was like fiscally responsible and made sense, and I was in a position to be able to do it. It's funny because, like I said earlier, when I first moved to Connecticut, I didn't have a truck, and Stuart drove all the way up to Connecticut because I bought a truck in Virginia and picked me up and brought me down to Virginia all in one day, like we're doing today, so I could get my truck, the one that's back there right now. And that was before we were even dating. And now here we are, moving him up to Connecticut. His truck is down, so I drove all the way down to pick him up and take him all the way back up all in one day. It's like we've come full circle, and I didn't even plan it that way. It's just kind of funny that that's how it's going, but it feels good to sit on the ground and get some fresh air and be out of a moving vehicle. So anyway, we're gonna let them get their energy out, and then we'll be on our way again. Sweet Jesus, we made it back to New London.
Jesus has nothing to do with this.
And New London has never looked so good, and believe me, New London has never looked good. It is 10:30, give or take, and I've been on the road for over 16 hours.
She woke up at 2 in the morning. She's a champ.
It's 'cause I love you so much.
Well, that's a little sentimental.
We gotta get in, get things settled. I can't wait to go to bed. The craziest things you do for love. Because love is not a feeling. Love is something you do. Day in and day out at 2 a.m. and 10:30 at night and all the hours in between. That's what love is.
That's 20 hours on the road then.
Oh, goodness.
I feel fine. Like, I want to go, like, you want to go watch a movie? Oh, the movies might be open still. It's late enough.
No, that's not something that we're doing.
No.
No. I just fed Bob. Stuart is letting the dogs get their zoomies out in the backyard. We got this baby gate. I'm going to put it up in the stairs so that they don't try to go upstairs and mess with Bob. And then hopefully get everything in and get settled. What a day. I think it's time to close this vlog out. I have no idea if it's even gonna come together, but it's show business, baby. How do you feel about the day?
Hell yeah, brother. I think it could have went a lot worse. I'm pretty alright with it. I mean,
That's a wrap, folks.
every video you ever do cuts off your forehead.
Good night. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Literally starting out right where I finished. Many hours later. Got the dog settled, got Bob settled, got Stuart settled. Feels good. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give me any thoughts. Stay tuned for more. I will see you soon for the next video. Good night.